Arnett, bro. Thank you, man.
Me, bro. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
You were up late last night or what?
Yeah, streaming. I was gonna stream for like an hour and a half. It ended up going like 4. But
You were on Twitch?
Yeah. Just started my first one, so
Hell
it was
yeah.
fun.
I saw you put up the link, so I went. I never really go on Twitch, but I like downloaded the app and stuff, and I went and I checked it out.
Oh, yeah,
and I think it was at the point where you were trying to still figure it out.
Yeah, that was like the first 25 minutes. It was like I was downloading something, like I was trying to send a file so I could watch later in the stream, but it was using like all my internet speed, so it was like lagging the stream. But then after it was chilling. But yeah, I think like the first like 30 minutes I was just trying to like figure everything out.
Yeah, like over 200 people in there right off rip,
like,
dude.
For the whole like 4 hours, it was like a solid like 200 to 250. At one point it was like 3 something.
Wow.
I was just hoping for like 40 to 50 people
Yeah.
to like care, you know, but it was sick to see all like the support.
Dude, that's so cool, bro. It seems like everything you do, you get a lot of support on it.
Yeah, that's like the cool thing. That's why like I try to like play it smart. I don't like to rush into something. I want to like make sure when I start something like that, like a new project, that I give it the amount of effort that I should, because I know people are gonna like recognize that and pull up and show love. So I want to like give them what they deserve, you know, the right amount of like content and like effort.
Why do you think it is that people are always so down to just show you love?
I don't, honestly, I don't know. Like I appreciate it, but I don't really have like a set answer. Like I'm still kind of like confused why like people fuck with me so much, you know? Am I like am I cool to cuss?
You can say whatever the fuck you want, bro. Hell yeah. Well, you're a fucking really good skater, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
But even with that, dude, it's like that always doesn't translate over into support. But it seems like everything you do, you got a lot of support. How is it when you go out to like a skate park or something and you meet some local kids? What's like the vibe like?
It's sick. For the most part, like it's just like good vibes, you know, like they just like show their support, and then I try to talk to them as a homie. There are obviously times where like some kids, because in my videos, you know, there's like this term called like parasocial relationship. So like you watch somebody through the internet and like you begin to think that you're like actually like real life friends. So I'll have like kids come up to me and they're like too comfortable right away, and
For
they like
sure.
say like weird stuff. And it's just like, but for the most part, like that's like 1 out of like 20 people, you know. But like for the
Gotcha.
most part, everyone's like chill as fuck and just it's like can have a normal conversation, and they're like, oh, like you're cool, you know. And it's like, yeah, it's like good vibes.
Yeah, maybe that's it, dude. I've always felt that like when you have good interactions with people and when they actually meet you in person, that's like a supporter for life.
Yeah, because I mean, especially when you're younger, like you remember that till you're older, you know. Like I'm sure there's people out there that are like my age that remember meeting like a pro skater or like a celebrity, and they were younger and they just didn't give them the time of day, or they were rude.
For sure.
And that sticks with you, you know.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. Even like at an older age too, you know, because I'm like really into content and like podcasting and things like that, you know.
Yeah.
And one time I ran into Adam 22.
Oh yeah.
And he just like straight blew me off.
Damn.
And that kind of like fucked me up for a while, dude.
Yeah.
And then I get it that he's just like busy and doing his own life. But then the other side too is like, damn, bro, like I watch your shit all the time, you know?
Yeah. Adam's got that like that like stern, like that demeanor that's just like very like blunt. Is that the term? Like he's just serious guy.
Just a dickhead.
Yeah, I guess.
Nah, shout out to Adam.
Yeah, yeah.
But I could just imagine, bro, like at that level, like how every day could be. You probably just have people that are just asking you for shit all the time or whatever, and it just gets frustrating.
Yeah. Or even just like a small interaction, like just saying what's up, you know, in the grocery store or something. Like for him, obviously he gets that like if he goes out like 50 times a day. But like for those each individual people, I think of it like that's their first time and they're gonna remember that. And for him, it's just like he'll probably forget it in like 20 minutes. You know?
Oh yeah.
It's like so like anytime I meet someone, I know that because I was that younger kid meeting someone. So like I know to give them the right time of day.
Yeah, that's dope, man. My son's actually the one that put me on to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I was telling you earlier, he started skating maybe about I think it was January 2019. Like he came home from school one day and he's like, "Dad, can I get a skateboard?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude, let's
Hell
go."
yeah.
So I took him over to 5 Points and got him a deck, and then I was like, "Well, let me get one too." And then yeah, I just got back hooked on it, dude. And then
Yeah.
then he got hooked, and he was younger and he was doing like his YouTube channel, and then he started watching you, and I'm like, "Oh,
Okay.
who's this guy?" And then I
Yeah.
started watching it, and then
Fuck yeah.
and then I saw like your skill, man. You're really fucking good,
Thank you,
dude.
bro. I appreciate that.
So let's talk about skating a little. When did you start to develop like your skill for like late tricks, dude? Because I know is that's your thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's like my signature, I guess. I'd say like I remember watching like this Tony Hawk trick tip on DVD, and it had like him and Mike Vallely, and they were teaching like it was like a list of 10 tricks, and like some they were like random, like there weren't like ollie 180 kick, like it was like random, like there was like freestyle tricks in there, there was late shove, there was basics like kickflip, but I remember just late shove was like it just looked cool. I was like, oh, you do it on the way down, like that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I would try to learn them when I was younger. I started skating when I was 7, so I think when I was like by the time I was like 10, I was trying late shoves like in my front yard, but couldn't get a full rotation, you know. And then fast forward, I think I was like 13, 14 years old when I like remembered that trick one day at the skate park. My friends were doing them out the bowl, like trying to like do them on the way down, and I was like, oh yeah, I used to fuck with that trick. So then like I just like got them like that day, like they just like made sense, like it's like they just clicked. I think it's because I like used to try them when I was younger, so then right like a few years later, once you know I was like had a little more pop and I was like trying them, they just like kind of came to me. So yeah, I'd say like 14 years old I started doing like late shove, and then over the next like year and two started doing like adding like late flips and different variations and stuff.
Do you feel like pop has a lot to do with it?
Yes and no. Pop definitely helps. Like if you like Jake Hayes, you were talking about
Yeah.
him earlier. Like he pops fast, and you've seen him do like kickflip late shoves over picnic tables. You
Yeah.
know? Like so the pop definitely helps, but it's not like the key to it. You know, like I remember like doing them. Like I could do them like up curbs and shit now. You know, like it's just about timing. I feel more.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet once you understand like the basics of it, that you could just apply that to, any trick that
Yeah,
you're trying
yeah.
to do. So 7 years old, bro.
Yeah,
You were in Fillmore?
yeah. I lived in Fillmore my whole life. Lived in Piru, town over,
Okay.
for like a year and a half. But yeah, 7. I got into it.
Were you always at the skate park, Fillmore Skate Park?
Yeah, so I started skating before they built that. So me and my dad would hop on the bus and go to Santa Paula Skate Park.
Oh, okay.
And I think I went there for like a year and a half, and then they built Fillmore Skate Park. And that was like crazy, because that's like, in my opinion, an upgrade from Santa Paula Skate
Oh,
Park.
yeah,
Like
for
so
sure.
much more, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out my dad. He would always take me to like Fillmore and Santa Paula Skate Park.
Did
back
he
then.
he skate as well?
He rollerblades.
Oh, okay.
He's older now, but like, he's been rollerblading since he was like in high school.
Oh, that's cool,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, like the quads, like with the 2 wheels in front, 2 in back. Like,
Oh, okay.
but he'd put like trucks on like Air Force Ones, and like that was like the thing back in high school, and he's done it ever since. Like it looks sick,
Oh, no shit.
just all white Air Force Ones, like the mid tops or some shit, and like yeah, he just put his little like base plate on with like the wheels and shit, and just
Do you have
like-
to put like a piece of wood or something inside of the sole so it like has something to grab?
I don't think he does. It's just like a long metal, like on the bottom. It's on the bottom. It's like a long metal plate, and
Okay.
then the trucks kind of.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
all like kind of connected. It's cool.
Got you. But not rollerblades?
Like the inline ones.
Yeah.
Nah. He didn't. He never really did those.
Mm.
But yeah, he would like go to the skate park with me, and he would just like kind of like roll around, carve and stuff on his skates.
So at 7 years old, was that something that you wanted to get into, or he just copped you a skateboard?
I got into it because my older brother was like in middle school at the time, and like I feel like a lot of like teenage boys in middle school go through like a skate phase.
For sure.
So him and his friends were going through that skate phase, and I just thought it looked sick. They had like the element boards, they had fucking skinny jeans and like long hair, like it was like that like era, and they would always be over playing like Tony Hawk's American Wasteland and stuff. And
Mm.
so I would just like, I was like the little brother. I was like, let me play. Can I play? And like, I got a little Walmart skateboard, and I was just like trying to fit in. But like, I really enjoyed it. Like, it like interests me. And I would just roll around on like my stomach or my butt
Yeah.
until like my dad started taking me to the skate park, and then I like figured out how to like balance and stuff. But yeah, I think I'd say I started because of my brother and his friends.
So when did it actually click to you that like, yo, this is something that I want to pursue?
Mm, it wasn't for like a good minute because for the first like 7 years old to 12, it was on and off.
Mm.
I'd maybe do it for a few months, quit because I got bored, couldn't do any tricks, wasn't progressing. Do it for a few more months, quit because none of my friends skated. My brother no longer skated, so I had no one to do it with. Like, it was just like an on and off thing until I was like 12. I picked it back up when I moved to Piru.
Mm.
And at that point, I'm going into middle school. So like I said, everyone has that phase of like, getting into skating.
Yeah, for sure.
So everybody in the town like started skating that was my age. So I just had all of a sudden a group of like 15 friends that are skating.
Sick.
And I'm like, I have a little experience in this. Let me go grab my board from my closet. And then I just pull it out and I start doing like varial kickflips and stuff. And they're like, oh, you can actually skate? And I'm like, yeah, I used to a little bit. And then, yeah, since 12 years old, 11 or 12 years old, I just stuck with it since then.
Nice, dude.
But I'd say I definitely like wanted to pursue it at the age of 13. Like 13, 14 was when I was like, I want to like do something, whether it's like go pro or like make a YouTube channel, or I already had a YouTube channel, but like have my YouTube channel, become successful, just something like that. That's when I was like 13, 14. I was like, yeah, I want to do something like this.
So give me like a your train of thought. 13 and 14. Like what is your whole life looking like? Like who were you following? What made you even think about like a YouTube channel? I know I saw you had a Facebook since you were like 7 or 8 or something like that. Like what made you go down that kind of that route?
I'd say ever since when I was like little, I used to watch, like I would go on YouTube and just search skateboarding tricks, so I would just like, because I was on YouTube since the beginning, and I had a skateboard. I would watch skateboarding, basketball, like I just all my little interests. I just search them, and I found a couple of YouTubers back then, which is crazy to say, like YouTubers in like 2009.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, they were just posting clips of them skating like in their garage, like a flat bar or like a box or something. And then over the years, like these like YouTube skate vloggers like were formed, and I started watching like all of them early on. There's like this guy Andy Schrock from Ohio. All of his boys do YouTube as well. Like he started his own company called Revenge. Now it's called Revive. So all of them were YouTubers, and then some people out here in Cali, like my dude Doug from Simi Valley. His YouTube channel was like Am Skater, but like all those dudes, I just saw all these guys like coming up, and I would watch them. But also on like the more core side, I'd watch skate videos every once in a while. Like I really liked Nija, and Chris Jocelyn was coming up, and P-Rod, and like like the top dogs. I was just like, I like both sides of it. So I was just like, I was really just, I just liked watching skating, like both types. I wasn't like, I didn't have like a side. I wasn't like, oh, I'm core, or like, oh, I'm just YouTube skater. I was just like, whatever the fuck I want to put on and interest me.
So there's really a big separation.
There was back then, like in 2000, I'd say like 2014 to 2019, maybe 2018, because now it's like broadly accepted. Like most guys get it that like YouTube is like, and social media in general is like big. But like back then there was like there's still some hate, but like there was like, you could feel the separation.
Yeah, for sure. Do you ever feel that now, like when you go to like a skate event or something, they say, oh no, he's just a YouTube skater?
Nah, I feel like, I mean, to an extent, yeah, like people are always going to talk, but like I feel like the biggest separation is that like most of the YouTube skaters cater towards like the younger crowd, like little dudes. They're very family friendly. They don't swear. They don't, they keep it really clean. So I feel like a lot of skaters just think that's whack.
Yeah.
Which I totally get from a financial point, and from like just like getting kids into skating, and if their parents like happen to see what they're watching, like their parents aren't gonna be like, no, turn that off. Like facts. They're gonna be like, oh, this is cool. Like there's like a different way of skating, except just like besides just like fucking tagging up walls and being like destructive. Like I mean, I like both sides. Like I like watching people fuck shit up, but yeah, definitely. I never feel it myself when I go.
Got you.
But
maybe it's because you get down too, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
It's like undeniable. I was watching a video of you when you went skating with Seth. Shout out to Seth.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
He skates for Downstar Skate. And then you guys went to the Hollywood 12, dude. Bro, that's like my fucking dream, man.
Bro, he fucking killed that shit.
He hard flipped it, dude. How fucking wild, bro.
I think that was like his first time there. And then he just, like, I specifically told him hard flip. We were at the skate park. And I specifically told him hard flip because I knew he had those good. And I knew he could fucking do it quick.
But that's like my dream trick right there. It's always been ever since I was a kid. Because when I was into skating, you're talking Baker 2G, like 2001, early on, and those stairs. I won't even look at the 16, dude. I can't.
Fuck no.
But the 12, I was like, dude, hopefully one day I could do it. And that's
like hard flip specifically?
No, like ollie it, bro. That's it. I'm 37, dog. I can't be flying through the air like that. But speaking of Fillmore, dude, so when we got back into skating, we went to Fillmore Skate Park, and that 6 stair fucked me up, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, because the most stairs I ever done was 4 stairs.
Okay.
And that was like when I started skate, or that was probably when I was maybe like in my early 20s, late teens, and then fast forward to maybe about 3 years ago, then we went out there and was trying to do the 6 stair. Bro, still to this day, like I feel like I have a crack in my knee, bro, because I just kept going down on it. But then that's my goal, bro, so I'm working up to it. 6 is the most I've ever done
right. You're working up to the 12 right now?
Yeah. So I think the next is gonna be like an 8. Any clean 8s around here?
Fuck, I mean, I would have said Skate Lab, but RIP Skate Lab.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
That's so funny too, because we went to one of my son's friend's birthday party there, and he wasn't even skating at then, so he had a scooter. So I was like, "Oh, I'll bring my skateboard." Just bro, rusty as fuck, and I tried to ollie the 8s.
You did?
I destroyed my heels, bro. I like limped out of there.
I remember I went there one time and like there was like a metal ledge on the bottom of the 8 stair. Like scooters or bikes were trying to like it was like snake shaped one. It was like a S shape, and it was on the bottom of the 8 stair. And I wanted to skate the 8 stair, so I tried pulling it to the side, but I didn't know it was on the bottom stair, so it fell off the stair and smashed my finger. So like it was on like the actual stair. It wasn't on the ground. I thought it was on the ground. So I pull it and then boom, it just falls off, smash my finger. It like pops open on the sides and like my bone like split.
Shut up.
Yeah, it was in like a little splint for like a good minute.
Oh my god.
And that was like right when we got to Skate Lab, so like me and my friends had to leave.
When did it close?
It was like right when I turned 18. I remember because like I finally didn't have to wear a helmet anymore, and then they closed.
What a fucking like shame, dude.
New Year's 2019. Yeah, I think beginning of 2019 was like done.
I wish I could have made it there. You know where I wish I could have skated at? I did when I was a kid.
Where?
Fucking right here, bro. The old school skate street.
People have talked about that in my comments. I didn't even really know what it was, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh, I've seen that like in a video game or some shit. Like
that's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1.
That's crazy that it was here and I didn't even know.
Literally on the same street.
Really?
Yeah, on this same street, like if you're going back towards Chick-fil-A, on the right hand side. It's like a gymnastic building or something. But they had 2 skate streets. Oh, okay. So they had the OG one, and then they had another one, and then both of them are gone. Damn. But I fuck with the Fillmore Skate Park. I gotta go back there and get some revenge, dude. Yeah. I want to hit that handrail.
That handrail is weird.
Is it?
Like starts and it's like this small, and then the bottom is like sackable. It's weird, and it's not like usually handrails are like the same steepness as the stairs. Oh. But the stairs are like this, and then the rail's like this.
Oh shit! So I get what you mean.
More. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. But. So when you started skating more, were you at that park a lot more?
I was mainly at Piru Skate Park because right when I started skating with my friends, like they started building a skate park coincidentally, like over the next few months. But yeah, I was going to Fillmore Skate Park a lot, like before they built Piru. Like me and like I had two friends before I moved to Peru, or it was like somewhere in between. I'm getting like it's kind of all blurry, but like there was two friends from Fillmore that I would skate with like after school, and we would go to like Fillmore skate park and stuff.
Got you. So get back on the YouTube stuff. So you're about 13, 14. What made you think, yo, I want to get into this field? I want to, instead of just consuming the content, like I want to start creating content. And how'd you even do it?
I'm gonna be honest, there wasn't much thought into it. It was kind of just, I just did it. Like I want to try this, boom, and then just do it. You know, like I feel like that's where the best things come from. So I just pulled out like we would film on either a GoPro or my iPod Touch, and I would just, you know, kind of film either just skate clips, or I'd try to like film my day throughout, like riding back and forth from my friend's house to the skate park and then getting food, you know, like just like the whole, like I would call it a day in the life. And it just kind of just like, it was fun. So I just kept doing it. I didn't really think too much like, is this something I want to pursue? Is this blah, blah, blah? You know, like there wasn't a lot of thought. It was just doing it because it was fun. That's it.
So how did you learn how to even edit or to like upload and everything?
I mean, back when I used to just watch like people in their garages like doing tricks, I would take my mom's little digital camera and I didn't know how to edit, so I would just hit record, film something. I think I knew how to like trim the clip on the camera, but then I would just upload it straight to YouTube raw, like no editing. But then I think when I was like 12, 13, started filming those more like vlog style videos, I would just like download this app called Splice on my iPod. It's literally what it is in the name, Splice. I would just splice the clips together. Like some would have, like it would just have like a basic like fade transition, or like, or just like cut to the next clip. There was no music, nothing. So it was just putting clips together, and then, you know, just learning from there, you know, to kind of teaching myself or looking at tutorials, just figuring out the basics.
And at what time did you start to notice that you know, people were messing with what you're doing?
So it always starts locally, you know, like the support always starts from your hometown. So like, you know, my friends watching the videos, just leaving comments, getting like, you know, I was probably getting like 20, 30 views a video. And I'm like, that's sick. Like I got people watching every video I post. So then like the numbers started going up, and I remember like getting to 100 subscribers after like a couple years of work, and I get 100 subscribers, and I'm like, that's sick. Like 1,000 one day, like you know, like it just all happened gradually. It was like, oh, like I got three people to comment on this video, and then a couple videos later, like 7 comments. You know, it just slowly all happened. And like I remember when I would see people whose name I didn't recognize, like people I didn't know locally, I was like, oh damn, like my videos are like reaching people from other places. And then someone's like, oh, I'm from this state, I'm from a different country. I'm like, damn, like that's wild. I don't care like if it's only 40 people, you know, like these are real fucking people from around that like have viewed my shit. That's sick, you know?
Dude, it's so good to dive into stuff like this, bro, especially like people that really follow you and you know, appreciate what you've built. Like just knowing how you started off. And dude, if you have 100 viewers or 100 followers, if there was 100 kids in this room right now, this should be packed, bro.
For real.
But then like our minds just they're so focused on the numbers, and you'll see like a whatever, like a Jake Paul video or something like that, and there's like millions, and you're like, damn, I only got 100. But you're like, bro, 100 is still, that's a lot of people, you know. And it's just it's dope, bro. It's dope to just be able to build something. And that's something that we didn't have when I was younger, man. It's so cool that people like you could capitalize on this stuff, dude. And just, you know, like what's your earliest piece of content that you think you have? Like, what age are you?
I'd say 8 years old.
8 years old, bro. I probably have maybe, I've probably seen maybe a couple pictures that I have from when I was 8 years old, dude. Think about it, man. Like when you're older, you're gonna literally be able to time travel, bro. And look at those old videos and just see how far you've come. And then you just like, you should cherish those videos that you have, and fucking put them on a hard drive and lock that shit away.
My mom just recently like showed me all her little flash drives and hard drives, and they were all the raw clips that I would put straight from her camera. They were all there, and I was like, oh damn. And then from a few years later, when I'd film on my iPod, I had like my whole camera roll in like a folder, and I was just like, I didn't even know she still had these. They were just like in a box. And then like, yeah, there's like videos of me like 8 to 11 years old, like talking to the camera, like,
That's
my
so
name's
cool.
Bryan Arnett. I'm gonna do a blah blah blah. Like, comment, subscribe. Like,
Yeah.
just a little shit like that. So that's cool.
So making videos, did that make you more confident in like your daily life?
Um, maybe, yeah, like maybe subconsciously, but I remember I didn't want a lot of people knowing that I made videos at first, which is, I know I said like the support comes from locally first, but like when I said that earlier, I mean like my closest friends who also skated. But I remember when I got into middle school, and like people would like play my videos at school to try to
Mm.
like like make fun of me. It was funny. It's just like me like in a dark ass room, just like setting up a skateboard, and they just put it like in the front of the class in like my third period or something. It's like
Yeah.
I definitely was like, fuck, like I kind of went back and like unlisted and like privated some videos that I was like kind of like, these aren't good, like I'm gonna just keep the really good ones. I probably only like privated a handful, but I was like, all right, like I need to start making better stuff because this is kind of weird, like, you know. But what were you gonna say?
Did it feel like what you're doing was like corny and these people were judging you?
Um, yeah, it was just different, because I was the only one, like, you don't see a lot of people doing YouTube nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
But back then, this is like 2012, 2013. I'm in middle school, and like it was just different. Like, it was just like not the norm. Like, everybody's posting selfies on Instagram of themselves, but nobody's talking to the camera.
Yeah.
So you see someone doing something different, it's like easy to laugh at.
For sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely see that nowadays. Having my son, he's 15, and then just having the skate shop and just like interacting with a lot of younger kids. One thing I've noticed, dude, is like they don't post at all. Like, what's that all about?
Like you go on their Instagram, there's no posts.
Nothing, dude.
I don't know. Like I've always like just flooded my stuff, like Seth. Seth's
Yeah.
posting new stuff every
Hell
day. Like,
yeah.
that's fire. That's how I was when I was younger. I still have like the passwords to my old Instagram accounts.
Oh, okay.
I had like 2 or 3 old Instagram accounts, from like different areas of my life, and like I just have tons of skate clips, pictures, whatever. But like, yeah, I've noticed that like a lot of kids don't like to like show their stuff, which maybe it's just like, I don't get it when it's like skaters, because it's like, why aren't you posting your clips?
For
Like,
sure.
but like I kind of get it for like someone who just wants to remain more anonymous and just uses Instagram for like just scrolling and viewing other people's stuff.
Yeah, and I've actually had that convo with some kids before about like, if you want to make the skating thing like turn into something, like you have to have a landing page for if somebody hears about you, they go to, and there's like no videos, dude. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. It's like, I'm sure you get like messages on Instagram. It's like, can you sponsor me? Can I
Yeah.
have this? And it's like, you go to their page and there's no profile pic, no videos. And I'll get people that are like, can you follow me back? And I click on their page, like seeing if I fuck with their shit, and there's nothing. And I'm like, why? Like, I don't know you, and you don't have anything to showcase. Like, like you gotta like post some stuff, and they're like, oh, I have it like archived, like, and then they put a couple of videos back up, and I'm like, all right, cool. You kicked up this job, you did this, like, save those, like,
Yeah.
you're gonna want to like see those in the future, Like,
Yeah, I feel like there's so much talent out there, but I don't know if I'm still trying to figure out what it is. If these kids are just dealing with the pressures of being a teen and having those people, those friends who maybe don't skate, or there's always these friends that just want to talk shit, and it kind of like
yeah.
discourages them from just showing what they do.
Yeah, I definitely do think that's a big part of it, because when you're going through that age, like middle school, that's when you start like, a lot of people start caring what people think of you. You want to like dress, you want to fit in, you want to like, you don't want that like judgment if you're doing something different. Or,
Yeah.
like, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah, no, definitely. Do you still have those feelings like today, or are you pretty just open with yourself and
Nah, yeah, I'm pretty just open, like confident. I'm still the only one in my town that like does YouTube, but like I don't care, Like,
yeah.
it's sick. I like I don't mind being like different or doing something not normal. Um, but like Yeah, I mean, I fuck with it.
Hell yeah, dude. So back to about early teen. What was your so you're doing skating and the videos and stuff. What was your like school life like?
My school life was like back and forth. Early days of elementary school, good ass grades. There wasn't like letter grades, so it was like out of numbers, but I'd get like, fours.
E or something. Excellent.
No, yeah. Like I think there were numbers. So
Oh,
like
okay,
1, 2, 3,
yeah.
4. Kind of like GPA, but I don't know. But I was getting like good grades. Then middle school kind of took a dip. I think it was like 6th grade was bad, 7th grade a little better, 8th grade. I don't know. It was just kind of up and down. And then high school I was really distracted. I was just like, all I want to do is skate, this and this. Freshman year, just kind of fucked up. Failed a couple classes, and I realized, oh fuck, this sticks with you. So then the next 3 years were kind of just like working to get it back up, but also trying to find more time to make videos. So like I went to an online school, it didn't work. I tried continuation school, or the continuation school was after. I tried independent studies here in Ventura,
Okay.
Vista Real. Tried that, and then had to go to the continuation school to catch back up on credits. Um, but yeah, like I would show up. I'd be like late and shit, but like I'd show up. I wasn't like a perfect student, but I feel like I was more there focused on like having like a good like experience, like having a school experience with like friends and shit, rather than like doing my shit. Because I was just like, like fuck this. All I want to do is skate.
Yeah.
Which like school is important, but like it's just my mindset when I was like in school. Like I don't need this. I just want to do this and this. But yeah, for the most part, like school is all right. I guess I would just say.
Did you
school is all right.
graduate?
Yeah. Barely.
Looking back at it now, would there be anything that you would do differently, just to make the whole everything easier?
Honestly, nah. Like, I don't think I'd change anything. Like I kind of like the little route I took. Had to like jump through some hoops and like, like there are some things that I was like, damn, I could have just made it easier like this. But you learn from those mistakes. So I'm like, like now I like know like not to. I kind of like wanted to do online school. That was my first like leaving my high school, because I was like, I was always showing up late and shit, and like I was slowly falling behind. But the main thing I wanted to do is like online school, so I could have more time to skate and film videos, which like sounds stupid, as like I only had like maybe at that time like 1,000 subscribers, and this is like high school now, like almost a sophomore or some shit. And like it sounds dumb to like want to focus on YouTube when it's not really like making money, like
Yeah.
it's not like, doesn't make sense, but like that's all I wanted to do, like regardless of money, like that's what I wanted to be spending my time doing. So
For
that's
sure.
like I just was like, if I could do online school for like a couple days a week and do this, like I'd be more happy with like my day to day.
And how did your family feel about this?
I forget how I talked my mom into it. I think it was because, okay, so this was sophomore year, and I told you how freshman year I kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And it like stuck with me. So I told her I was gonna catch back up with this online school, because I think with the online school you'd get like a packet of work, and it'd be like so many credits, so you could kind of do it at your own pace. And I just kind of like didn't do it when I eventually got there. But I think I didn't tell her like I just want to skate more and do YouTube. I just told her like I want to do online school. Like I feel like it'd be better for me. I can barely wake up to go to high school, like this and that. Like I was just like, can I just try it? And like eventually, like like she was like, fine, whatever, like let's try it. And it did. Like I fucking only logged in like a few times. Like they sent me a laptop and shit, and like I would use it to edit. But I would still wake up late for the online school, and I'd just be like, fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow. Like. So I just like I was not on my shit. But yeah.
Yeah. So at that time, you have your laptop from school. You have your fucking Chromebook, dude.
Yeah.
And you're editing on it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
What were you using at that time?
Fuck. Well, I think just Windows Movie Maker. Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
I used that from like high school up until like 2020, like just a couple years
Oh,
ago. I was
shit.
using that. Yeah. That's like I never wanted to like learn something else, and I never like had a fast laptop until like I started like getting some traction and getting money from YouTube. So I think like 2020, beginning of 2020, I got like my first MacBook and started using like Premiere Pro and shit. But,
Oh,
like,
you're on Premiere?
yeah, but all those years I was using like Windows Movie Maker and just like iMovie on my phone and shit. Yeah.
Got you. I've never used Premiere before. We just use Final Cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So your career starts. When did you start to notice that YouTube was getting a little more serious than just the 1,000 followers?
I'd say when I was like, it was always serious, like to me.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to be doing it. Like I wasn't even like just thinking about money. Just like I said, I just wanted to be spending my time doing that. And I liked seeing the numbers grow, like just likes, followers, or subscribers, comments. I just liked seeing the growth. Like it was just like a little game, you know. And then I'd say it was like I started making like a little money, like a few cents per video at like 15, 16 years old, and my videos were a little better, I guess, at this point because I actually like was better at skating, so I feel like the videos were a little better. But I say it got like serious when I was honestly not till I graduated. That's when I got like dead serious. Like I was like I'm like I have to make this work like financially and everything. Like I want this to be my life.
So by the time that you graduated, had the idea of becoming a YouTuber and seen some success coming from it. Did that like change your mom's mind or to make her understand that like, yo, he actually has something going on right here?
I mean, she always understood. Like I'd say I used to sit down and like show her other YouTubers who had like a couple 100,000 subscribers, millions of subscribers, and like just show her like the potential. And like I had to like show her all that so she could like help me buy my first camera. But then I remember her saying like she doesn't want it to just be another like hobby that I like pick up and then just like toss to the side. And it was like a $400 camera. We didn't really have like money, so
Yeah.
that's like a lot of fucking money. And yeah, she like always saw it. Like she was always supporting. She saw like the numbers slowly grow. But then obviously when I graduate and my YouTube channel is only making like $150 a month, it's like obviously got to get a job and shit. But I remember quitting McDonald's one day, and like I didn't tell her like my plan of like getting back into YouTube because at that point I hadn't posted in like 7 months.
Oh shit.
So yeah, I was just like, because I was working at McDonald's and I was just like, I don't have time to fucking post. So I remember like quitting, and she was like pissed that I quit, just for the fact that I quit, because she was just like, there's people like wishing they had a job and you just like you just quit on the spot, like what's wrong with you, like. And I was just like, dude, like I fucking hated being at McDonald's like every fucking day. Like I just didn't enjoy like my day to day.
Yeah.
Like that's the most important to me is like, am I happy with how I'm spending these hours of the day?
Yeah, and the older generation, man, that's just the way that they thought. Is you need to have a job, and that's it. Not are you happy? Not do you like what you're doing? You just got to have a job.
Yeah, but she I don't even think she didn't really like push a job onto me. I think that was kind of more my decision because like growing up I was always borrowing money from her and my grandma.
Okay.
So I think when I was like I turned 18, I'm about to finish high school, I'm like, okay, like I need to get a job, like I need to start making my own money, like but she's always like wanted me to just like do what I enjoy. Even when I just started making like a little money after that, she's told me she's just happy that I'm doing what I love.
That's sick, dude.
So
That's
she
cool.
understands.
That's so cool to have a parent like that just understands. Like,
Yeah.
he enjoys doing this. And when you were working at McDonald's, did you ever have anybody notice you?
Yeah, hell yeah. Because when I was working at McDonald's, like I said, that was like the end of high school, and at that point, like my YouTube channel was at like 15 to 20,000 subscribers. Like I had a good chunk, but it just wasn't sustainable. Like it wasn't like I wasn't making like as much as I was making at McDonald's, but like I had like a good amount of a following, so people would come through the drive-through and like be like, hey, like why aren't you at the skate park? What are you doing here? Like I remember like an older dude. I don't know if you know him. Mike Maynard.
That does sound familiar.
He lived here, I think. He's an OG. He fucking broke his jaw in like Santa Barbara like years back.
Skating?
Dude, yeah, like he was skating like fucking before I was born. But yeah, I remember him coming through, and like he's like he was like an OG, and he just came through the McDonald's in the drive-thru, and I fucking rung him up. He was like, "What are you doing here? You should be out, like making money skating." And I was like, "Fuck!" Like he has a point, but it is what it is. Like, but like yeah, I'd get like recognized like from like my subscribers, and like friends would come through. Like obviously, they recognize me.
Did you ever have a desire to make money from skating and not YouTube?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really understand how skaters made money or anything. So I was like, I think I did make like I had a sponsor called Outsider Skateboards when I was like 15,
Mm-hmm.
and he'd like pay me like $100 to $200 to make like a edit for him, with the board and like a song of his choice, just like little things like that. But I didn't really know how like skaters made their money. I just knew like, oh, they win contests. I'm sure like their sponsors pay them this and that. But I never like put in the effort to try to like make that happen.
Got you.
Get like paid for skating.
At that, say at this time, like when you're working at McDonald's and stuff, what what brands were you really fucking with, like in the skate community?
When I was working at McDonald's, I don't know. Like, you mean like board brands or
just like what were your brands that you fucked with? Whatever skate brand, the decks, trucks, everything.
I mean, I had some sponsors at the time still, even though I wasn't posting YouTube videos, but I remember I was writing for this company called like Morning Wood Skateboards. I've always just fucked with like smaller companies. Like
Gotcha.
I've always wanted to like help out like smaller businesses, like, so like all my sponsors have always been like small, like skater owned or friend owned. So I think like my sponsors at the time were like Morning Wood Skateboards, grip tape company called Tomo, which I still ride for today.
Where are they out of?
San Francisco,
Oh, okay, got
the
you.
Bay. Yeah, yeah. Female skater owned.
Oh,
Brand.
very cool.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. Other than like outside my sponsors, I've always fucked with like Plan B, Primitive, just things like that.
Got you. So fast forward to today, do you have any sponsors besides the grip?
Yeah, yeah. So there's Tomo. I'm like Flo for Pal Peralta. Skate shop / barber shop out in Anaheim called The Projects. Who else? I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Shit. I think that might be it.
Got you.
If I remember, I'll say
For
it.
sure. Do you have any desire to like get on a skate team or anything right now? Like to have like a
Not really, if I'm being honest. I've always like these past few years, I've like noticed that like I don't like skating feeling like an obligation. Like I have to go skate because I've always just liked the freedom of just going and skating whenever I want. Like I don't have to film or I don't have to get a trick in the streets for this or that. Like so I feel like there'd be too much pressure on me to be on like an actual skate team where we go out on trips, go in the streets, film this. Like I'd rather be just like filming videos like for my shit.
Got you.
But yeah, like I fuck with like skate teams and shit. Like I just went to skate camp with Pal Peralta.
Oh, okay.
Up in Lake Sequoia to the YMCA skate camp, and it was like good vibes and shit. Like, but like all those dudes film YouTube videos now, so they just like pull out their phone and they like make their own type of YouTube videos. So it's just like I feel like if there's any team for me to be part of, it's Pal Peralta because they're all like on this similar shit.
Got you. You ever been to Woodward before?
I haven't, but I just got sent the email to like I have to read through and do like this course to like I think everyone has to do it now for like safety precautions to go there. So maybe this week or next week with Powell just for like a day, not for like a whole week, but like
yeah, bro.
I've always wanted to go any of them, like fucking east, west, like whatever. Like I just wanted to go to Woodward. That sounds so sick.
You ever been to the barracks before?
Yeah, I went to the barracks like 2 months ago for finals night, but I remember going when I was 13 or 14 for the first time, and like it was just like I walk in, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I've had my fair share of like sessions at the barracks now, but yeah.
Good shit, dude. So you quit McDonald's, you start doing YouTube full time. How did that work out?
It kind of just happened like perfect timing. So I worked at McDonald's for 7 months. Summer of 2019, I'm like, fuck this shit. I hate my life. Not actually, but I was just like, Like, why am I like, I don't want to work for somebody else that's like telling me what to do, getting mad that I show up 3 minutes late. I'm only skating 1 day a week, not filming YouTube videos. My YouTube channel, I haven't posted in 7 months. So I'm just like, okay, make a plan. I'm like, I'm gonna get back into this. I'm gonna film videos. I'm gonna get my friends more included, so the videos are more, relatable and entertaining. Like, I'm gonna just go out with my friends and skate. I got a part-time job at Active Ride Shop in Oxnard.
Oh, okay.
And I was only gonna be working like short hours, like 2-3 times a week. And I was like, my other days, I'm using my money from Active to pay for my gas to go to LA and just fucking film videos out there. Because I feel like in my mind I was like, okay, LA skate parks are more like LA is like the dream place for skating. There's more chance of people like clicking on it.
Yeah.
And this, I wasn't trying to like put on a front like I was an LA skater, but I just thought like, okay, the videos will be better if I go out there. You never know who you're gonna run into. I could put them in the video. I was just like, that's the plan. And then it kind of just literally just exploded exponentially. I started getting like 5,000 subscribers a month, and I got up to like 7. And
Oh my
like
God,
8. Like, it was
dude.
just like, it just all took off perfect timing. And I was like, I kind of like knew a lot about YouTube at that point, but I was just like, the main switch was just that I was including more friends. I was more comfortable on camera, just like putting my sense of humor, and yeah, just like kind of cutting out the like boring shit and just like mashing it all into like one entertaining video. Like, that's all I was trying to do, like 1 to 2 a week, and it all just like worked out. It went from like making $150 a month to $700 a month. Then a couple months later, I was making 1,000, which I was only making like maybe like $400 or $500 a month on like from Active Ride Shop, because I was barely working. So I'd get paid every 2 weeks, like $250. Use that for gas, food. I didn't really have bills, just like a phone bill. So yeah, YouTube was like past my actual fucking part-time job, So I was like, okay, like I'm gonna just fucking keep doing this, It's working and I'm having fun. People are liking it. And yeah, and haven't stopped since then. Active Ride Shop closed down January of 2020, and I just went full time with YouTube after that.
My cousin worked there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Adami. That was my little cousin. He worked at Active. I don't know if I think it was about that same time.
Was it Rob's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, shout out Rob's.
Yeah. He's so fucking good, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
When he was a kid, he really didn't even skate, and then I'll just see him like posting clips. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? You're hella good, dude.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, we just go in there, like, if the shop was dead, it's like, it's a little clothing skate shop. Like, if it was dead, I'd just be clocked in doing flat ground tricks, Like, it was so sick. Bro, I miss that place. I'd work there again right now, like, just for like a day. Like, if I could, like, 1 day a week, like, just go clock in.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's sick.
And since, like, I said that was the time my channel started, like, getting some traction.
Yeah.
Kids would come in because they knew I worked there, because I would talk about it in my videos. They would come in to see me, and, like, it would just, bring traction to the shop, which, like, it was sick. Like, I mean, some of them would come in, just take a picture and leave, but some would, like, buy shit, and, like, it was just cool. Like, it was just, like, just them coming in, showing love, like, while I'm working is, like, so sick. Like,
when did that start to happen? When people started to recognize you and then want to take pictures and autographs and stuff like that?
Weirdly, it happened like early, like when I was like 15, 16.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Even though I only had like 1 to 2,000 subscribers back then, like a lot of them were local. So like Fillmore to Ventura. So I'd come out skate street around Ventura, and like I would like make videos like hiding product.
Oh, okay.
Like at some of the schools and stuff, and like if I would run into some skaters, like they would show love even back then, and like ask for like pictures and stuff. But like it would just happen every once in a while, and it would just like reassure me that I'm like doing something good.
For sure.
And then yeah, like honestly, it just like kept like growing since then, like happening more frequently, I guess.
So 2020. YouTube is full-time. Do you think that COVID helped out with your channel grow a lot, since a lot of people were just on YouTube?
Yeah. That's definitely something that I wasn't thinking about in the moment, but like months later, like someone brought that to my attention, that like everyone's at home, like skating's even getting more popular because people are like picking up different hobbies. People are just watching more videos because they're at home. Yeah, that definitely like helped like the growth like exponentially.
So what other type of videos do you mix into your channel besides just skateboarding?
So my thing with that is like, I just I want to make videos that I like watching, and like me right now over the past few years, like I watch all kinds of random shit,
Yeah.
and like so I'm always like I'll get into like these little phases where I watch like certain types of content, and I'm like, oh, like I can see myself doing something similar to that, and then like I try to like do it. So like I really like watching like just to be like let's I'm trying to explain it like general here. Let's see, like reaction style videos, lifestyle videos, like vlog type. Um, I watch like some of my homies make like prank videos.
Mm.
I don't like I don't watch a lot of skating. I watch like the pal dudes, like my homies. Like I'll tap into them. The skate community on YouTube is like small and tight, you know, which is cool. But there's also like a ceiling, which is like there's only so much room to grow in a way. But yeah, like as an adult, I don't watch too much like skateboarding content anymore. So I've always just tried to like kind of like put out my sense of humor and like what I watch into my videos. So like I'll film like pranks every once in a while, or just like vlog stuff, you know, just like stuff like that, like whatever I find funny or entertaining, you know.
So your channel represents you, not just skateboarding.
Yeah, that's the thing that like I really was trying to go for. Like I wanted my channel to be me, and like I wanted it to be everything. But like now I'm like content with just like having it be like a part of me, you know? Like I a YouTube channel will never be like everything of somebody, you know? I heard on an interview recently that like somebody's YouTube channel will only be a part of them. It's never gonna be their whole life, which like took me a while to understand. But like now I'm like, okay, like it's all making sense to me now, because I was like stressing for like a couple of years about like, okay, like I don't want to just be doing this because I also like doing this, so I need to put this in here. And if I start doing this, then I want to include this in my videos. But then it just gets too like blurry, you know? It's like you need to have some structure, you know?
Yeah. So doing like prank videos, you ever get in any trouble?
I haven't done too many prank videos, just because so many have been done. So like I want to put out like original shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I did a Raising Cane's prank. I pulled up to like work there. My homie gave me his old uniform, and I pulled up there to just do like an employee prank where I go in, I pretend it's like my first day, which has been done before like at other places, but they were closed on Memorial Day. So I was like, fuck. I was like, fuck it, let me work with what I got, and I like set up cones or some shit, and I ran the drive-through myself, and like got a line of cars, and I was just pretending like I worked there, and then all these people are showing up, and I'm like, oh fuck, like what am I gonna tell them, you know? So I go, and I was gonna pretend like I got locked out. I was gonna jiggle the door, and I fucking yank it, and it like the door opens. It was locked, but I like pulled it open here in Oxnard,
Oh shit.
and I was like, oh, I just walked in. I was like, okay,
What the fuck?
I was like, well, I told these people I work here, you know, like I might as well just walk in. So I walk inside, and I'm like,
Oh my god. Dude.
my head's just thinking of the video. I'm like, okay, how can I make this like a better video? So I was trying to go. I went to the drive-through window where they hand you your food.
Yeah.
And I was trying to open that.
What
And I was
the
like,
fuck?
because I wanted a shot of like me sticking my head out the window, like from the camera. And I was like, this would be so funny. But then I was just like, all right, this is not gonna open. I'm not gonna touch anything or take anything. So I just pull out my phone, and I just take a little clip, and I'm like, I don't know how the fuck I got in here, but I'm gonna dip. And then I turn off my phone, and the alarm starts going off.
Oh
And we just hop in the car. I tell a couple people, I'm like, everything's shut down and the alarm's going off. Sorry. I was like, and then I tell one car, I'm like, hey, I don't even work here. I'm just filming a video. Sorry. And then he just starts laughing, and I just dip. We get in the car. I drive like down by like the park, or no, we park in like McDonald's.
Got you.
And I'm just like, I hop out, and I'm like, bro, the cops are gonna come. And then
McDonald's, that's right across the street.
it is no, not that McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
It was a different one.
Oh,
Down,
good, dude.
Down Rose,
Good.
going towards kind of.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. And yeah. So we're just like, fuck, like I just changed out of the uniform. We're still filming, and I'm just like, dude, like, you think I'm gonna get arrested or some shit? And then our friend Ryan, he happened to be like in the parking lot, like near Cane's, and he was like, he sent a picture, and there was cops at Cane's, like, and we cruised back by, and like we saw that there was like a couple cop cars and shit, and we were just like, damn, that was sketch. But I wait like a month to post the video because I knew they were probably gonna like, be they were probably gonna look at the cameras, see us with a camera out front on the security footage, and like be on top of that shit, waiting for the video to drop. So I wait a month. I post it. It goes crazy. On on my second channel. I just put it on my second channel, and I wanted like it to do good, but I didn't want too much attention to where like they were gonna see, like Canes was gonna see it, but then they did, and like because I put it on TikTok and everywhere. I said I didn't want too much attention, but I put it on like every platform. So I get like a phone call from their attorney. They got my phone number because, well, like obviously I put my friend in the video who gave me the uniform, so Canes had his information. They contacted him, and then I think my friend hit me up and was like, "Yo, like this attorney's like trying to contact you, like blah blah blah." So I think I shoot him a call, and I like recorded it too. And he was cool as fuck. Like he was just saying like like the main issue of the video is that like it shows you like entering, and we don't want other people to try to like reenact that. He has a sense of humor too. He said you could tell he kind of found it funny, but he just said we can't have it up because of that clip. So I took it down for like a month, and then I put it back up.
Oh my god.
And like I never heard anything back. Like he like I told him like yeah, since he was cool, I took the video down. Like I privated it, and I never heard anything. So then like a month later, I was like, I'm gonna just put it back up and not say anything. So it's up still.
Oh
but, like,
shit.
But yeah, they like the hype had died down, so I don't think they cared anymore. But,
oh my god.
I just didn't want him to get in trouble, this attorney guy, like he's being cool, trying to get me to take the video down. I was like, I'll just listen. I'm not gonna argue, because otherwise they were gonna turn my information over to the cops, and they were probably gonna have me take the video down regardless. So I was like, I don't want to get charged for trespassing.
Damn, that's crazy, dude.
People were saying it was like a felony, like breaking and entering, but he told me it would have just been like a misdemeanor, like trespassing, because I didn't actually break anything and steal anything.
Oh, got you.
Because like it was kind of like their fault for like their lock being fucked up. Technically, I mean, I know I still went in, but like, well, they fixed it. Like, they didn't fix the lock until after my video came out, because someone was at Cane's and sent me a picture that they were fixing the lock like a day after my video. It was so fucking funny.
So we could just like jiggle it open or what?
Yeah, it was one of those locks where it's like, it's locked, but if you pull it hard enough, like it's gonna like come undone. I don't know how to explain. That's pretty much it. But.
So what about like with skating? Do you ever get any issues with like security and stuff like that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't be in the streets like that often, but like when I do, obviously there's security and shit. There was this time I was skating the LA triple set, and I was trying this trick for on and off for 9 months.
That was your war, right?
Every time I would go there, yeah. Every time I'd go there, security within a few tries. It was just so fucking annoying. And it's like, I usually like if security comes, one more try and then I'm out. But like with that spot, I was like, bro, it's gonna take me like a month to come back here. Like I'm getting every try I can get. So like I would have homies like trying to like like set up a pick on the fucking security guard like so I could get another try, and like fucking sometimes, bro, I almost got fucking like pepper sprayed because there's this one guy I was rolling up, and he runs all the way over to like block me, which fucking annoys me, because like that's how like they don't want you skating there because you're gonna get hurt on their property.
That's how you get fucking hurt.
Yeah, if they jump in front of you when you're going fucking 15 miles per hour, you're gonna fucking get hurt.
Yeah.
So I launch my board and it hits him in the fucking like in the leg.
Oh shit!
And then he charges at me, and I juke him out, and I just run behind the building. But like he had his hand like on his pepper spray or something. I don't know. Or no, I remember him saying like, "You're under arrest," and I was like, "For what?" I just like run away, and then like it's all in that video, but like the My War video, but like there's so many security like altercations. It was just, I don't like pissing off security, but like sometimes it's entertaining.
Yeah, for sure. It's yeah, it's not cool to be doing that, but it's still entertaining.
Yeah,
that's what I always say about like the takeovers, dude. That's just not cool, but I'll definitely watch. I'll watch the videos.
Yeah. Like I'm sure people thought like I was going there like just to piss off security and get content.
Yeah.
But like I wanted that fucking trick. Like that's all that was going through my head. Like it would have been way better if security didn't pull up, Like I would have been able to try my trick, hopefully land it, and then go on with my day, never come back, like.
Yeah. So I remember in that video that you said that this is your rendition of the Thrasher My War, because you're probably never gonna make it on Thrasher. Do you still feel like that?
Um, yeah, I was just kind of like everyone was like commenting because I wasn't saving the clip. I was showing it throughout my vlogs, like me trying it. So people saw like in real time over the 9 months, like every few videos. Okay, I'm back at the trouble set, gonna try it again. Boom, boom, boom. Show my attempts. So like before I even made that video, people were like, "Dude, you need like I showed the land and like in like this big video, and everyone's like, you need a my word for this, like." And I'm like, I don't have any connects at Thrasher, like that's not gonna happen. But I do want to make like a video like that because this fucking like deserves like a full video of like all the attempts and like me telling my stories. So I was just like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Like, oh, like I'm never gonna be in Thrasher. Like it was kind of like half a joke, but yeah, I
Gotcha.
mean, like all the pal dudes make YouTube videos and they have Thrasher ads and shit. I don't think it's that serious. I
Yeah,
don't think Thrasher's over there like, oh, he's on our radar, he's blacklisted, like he's never getting. Like, I don't think it's not that
for
deep,
sure,
bro.
no, for sure. But do you feel like you won't ever be able to get into like that kind of like core space?
No, yeah, definitely. I feel like even if I was offered something like that, I don't know if I would do it. Like I do other shit, like like other maybe not like a Thrasher like video like that. Like that's something I just like. I feel like that's not me.
Yeah,
Just because I'm not core, not because I don't feel like people would. Like I feel like people wouldn't fuck with it. Just like, sir, there's some shit that's just like too core for me. I'm just like I don't really tap into like that much of like the skate scene. Like I'm not like watching every video part that comes out, keeping up with like people's sponsors and all this shit. So like yeah, I don't think I'd ever like get tapped into anything like that.
So you never really got into like that part of skating. You just liked skating for how you liked it.
Yeah, early on, I really liked I watched like the Baker video, and then like obviously when I was playing Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, I was like like I really liked Baker back then a lot, and I was like selecting these characters and shit. Like I liked that. I did like the core side of skating, but then I got more into like the social media, like YouTubers, and like I was saying, they were more like family friendly because I was younger and shit. Like I just thought that was cool too. But yeah, I definitely lean towards like the YouTube skater side.
Got you.
But like I fuck with the core skating side and like the skate scene and stuff, but like I just don't keep up with it. Like I don't watch like every video part that comes out unless it's someone like that like I follow on Instagram or some shit.
Do you feel like that part of skating doesn't respect what you do? Not just you, but like YouTube skaters.
Um, I mean some of them. I mean, there's people that don't skate that don't respect what you do. There's always gonna be those
Yeah,
people.
oh, for sure.
But I'd say most of them like I say they respect it because I'm sure there's a lot of pro skaters out there or am skaters that like aren't really making money that are like, oh, like fuck it, he's making, he's doing what he's got to do, like, or the people that are just like, oh, he's doing what he loves, like,
Yeah.
he seems like he's having fun, like, I feel like there's just like a balance. Like I'm sure there's people that like absolutely fucking hate it, and there's people that are like, oh, that's cool,
Yeah. Maybe the lines are just going to get little more blurry nowadays because like a lot of those core skaters, well, that's all they're doing all day is just getting clips.
Yeah, like I'll be like, there's this dude. I remember seeing this dude fucking killing it like a couple months ago at Encinitas skate park near San Diego. Yeah, and there's this dude just like heel flipping into like 5.0s and shit, and I'm like, this dude's like sick. Like he's wearing like DGK and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he came up to me and he said he liked my videos, and I was like, oh, that's fucking sick. He was like, yeah, I don't really watch a lot of YouTubers, but like your shit's cool. And I was like, damn, like shout out his Instagram's like heel flip monster or something.
Oh shit!
Like I had a
yeah.
cool conversation with him and shit.
Good
He was
shit,
tight.
dude.
But yeah, like in my head, I'm like, I just see him skating around. I'm like, damn, that dude's like, I don't judge a book by its cover, but I could tell by like the tricks he's doing and his style, and like I'm like, okay, this dude obviously rides for like DGK or some shit. Like like I didn't assume like, oh, he doesn't fuck with me, but like it was just cool to see him come up to me.
Yeah.
It was tight.
You fuck with Braille?
Yeah. Like I grew up watching them like early. Like, bro, I used to send them. They would do these like skate support videos where like if you're having trouble with a trick, you send in your attempts, and then they try to help you out.
Oh, cool.
And I sent in a couple. One, I remember I sent one for like switch tray or some shit. Like I could have just watched a regular tray flip tutorial and like tried it the other way, But yeah, I used to like, I was like a real big fanboy when I was like 13, 13 in that area. But now they're like my friends now and shit. Like I'll be going up there every once in a while. Like shout out Aaron, Ricky, Gabe, all those dudes.
Dope, bro. Yeah, my son would always watch them too.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same in the automotive scene. It's a little further down the road as far as like it's all merging together, because like the big YouTube channels, those are still like the big dogs in the automotive space.
Yeah.
So the podcasts we dropped a few before this was Mickey from Throttle. Have you ever heard of Throttle before?
Just Throttle?
Throttle, yeah. Throttle's a YouTube channel, and well, it's actually a brand where they sell car parts and such, and then they'll build cars and then do like sweepstakes for the cars and things like that.
Okay.
And then like a guy like TJ Hunt, do you know TJ Hunt, another car guy?
Sounds familiar, but nah.
And then like Adam LZ. These are all like huge YouTube guys, and they're like on the top of the YouTube space and on the automotive community. So it's like all merged together now.
That's sick.
But there was those times where it was like the core car guys, how they looked at YouTubers and they would just like talk shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I get it, bro, because just like skating with cars, like it comes with a lot of like knowledge on how to build this and how to build that. And you're watching these channels with these guys that maybe have like 600K. You're like, bro, you don't even know how to really build, you know? But it's not even, that's one aspect that you're looking at it.
Yeah.
You're not looking at it how long they've been doing it. They're growing with their supporters, and they're showing how to you know, put a wide body kit on or how to put suspension on. And then fast forward a few years, you're just like, wow, I want to hook up with that guy. Pause. Like I want to link up with him, you know? And I was like, yeah, bro, you know, I think it was because I always just came up with it like kind of with a younger mindset than like maybe car guys that were my age. And I would always try to tell the guys like, yo, you got to embrace these dudes, bro, because these are going to be the ones in the future.
Yeah. Because
like what, 230K on YouTube?
Yeah.
Bro, that's fucking huge,
Thank
dude.
You, bro. Appreciate
that is so huge. And that's just not overnight. Like you don't get that just from like one viral video. It's like putting in the work. So if you can't respect somebody who isn't that good as you are at building a car, they're obviously better than you at promoting themselves. And I think that that's where, you know, a lot of like core guys, no matter what, skateboarding, cars or anything, I think that that's one thing that they just don't understand. Like this isn't an easy space to be on.
Yeah.
You know, and even with us, dude, like this podcast, we're like in the 240s already. We have like 8K on YouTube. You know, we've had some of the biggest names in the automotive community, but it's just like, it's a grind, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a grind, and you have to be able to respect the grind. And I think that that's kind of the aspect that I always came at it as, is that it's like, no matter what the work is, somebody's doing some sort of work.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't respect like the video, you don't like the video, whatever, it's just not for you. But like dudes record all day, go home, spend a few hours editing, you know, and then putting in the clips for the sponsors or what have you, and then they got to get up the next morning and, you know, figure out a new video to do.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that shit's hard, man. Like, do you ever feel that you get to a point where you're just like, fuck, I don't know what to do next?
Yeah, that's like a point I went through recently. I was just like, because I was really trying to have my shit, like, I was trying to structure my shit like really like specifically, instead of just how it used to be, you know, when I worked at Active, where I just go out, film whatever happens. And I was trying to, because I've been on YouTube for a long time, just like watching. So I've seen YouTubers that I used to watch when I was younger. I would watch them, you know, get these big numbers and then just like take advantage of it by like just trying to like milk out as much money as they can by like putting out a bunch of videos. Like obviously my viewers would watch if I put out a video every day, but the quality would go down. It'd be like stretched out or like just not as entertaining, you know? So like I would see some like a bunch of YouTubers that would just put out like these like half-ass videos, and that just like people will watch it, especially like younger. Like I felt like younger dudes will watch, like if they like someone, they'll watch like anything they post.
Yeah.
But as you get older and you start to realize like, oh, this is kind of like it just gets boring, you know. So I've seen that happen like with my own eyes, like other YouTubers, and I'm like, all right, I over the past few years I've been trying to like put more effort into my videos, because like once for like I say after like 2 years, like once you're established, like say now I'm established as like a YouTube like skater or whatever, like I can like in my head I feel like I can no longer just keep doing the same thing. I gotta like up it, you know, like I gotta keep like putting more effort to show like my audience that like I'm taking this shit serious. I'm not just like like fuck it, you know, like I know they'll watch whatever I post, but I take a lot of pride in like what piece of content I put together and put out, you know, like I always want it to be the best it can be. If not, like I feel like I'm just slacking. So this whole year, like these like last 7 months, I've been like trying to like structure my videos more, like follow like a story more, like an idea that starts with like grabbing someone's attention and follows like a set storyline, and like at the end there's like a climax, whatever, like, you know, like more like structured rather than just like raw, like going out having fun with friends. But like after doing those for so long, like this whole year, I've just been like, damn, like this is more stressful than fun. I want to go back to like the videos just going out with friends and seeing what happens, you know, even like regardless of it is skating or not skating, like I don't want to have to plan my video ahead of time like too much with like a shot list and shit, and like try to like, it's like I'm trying to plan the video ahead of actually going out and filming, and then when I go out to film, if it doesn't work out, and I'm just stressed.
You're trying to find a balance between fun and good content.
Yeah, definitely. Like let's say there's a little event going on tomorrow, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go film. Boom, I go to the event, I document what happens, crack some jokes, hanging out with friends. It's a good vibe. I fuck with the video. But I started getting like, okay, there's an event tomorrow. How can I plan my day to where the event lines up with this storyline? And I'm like, you know, I'm like trying to get too specific, which is like, it just, even just like planning the videos, it felt too like polished.
Yeah.
Whereas like I'm like the type of, like, that doesn't even fit my personality. I feel like I'm just more like whatever the fuck happens type of guy, you know, like just fucking winging it. So like it's something that like I've really realized this year, is that like I just like going out, filming, being myself, not worried about the video while I'm filming it, just being in the moment, you know, because if I'm worried about lighting and audio and making sure I'm following the set storyline and this transitions into this, and you know, like I'm trying to think of the production while I'm in it, and it takes away like from me just being myself in a way. Like I'm still being myself, but I'm worried more about the video production rather than just living in the moment. So that's like, I feel you. That's like the biggest thing I've learned this year, is that just like I just gotta like go do something, not think about it too much, and just whatever the fuck happens, like film it. Whether it's skating, I just go to the skate park and film my friends, or we go to an abandoned asylum. We went to one the other day in like Downey, and like I didn't plan shit. I was just like, all right, we're here at this fucking asylum, like we're going in, we're jumping fences, we're going in. And it was just so fucking random and spontaneous that like that's the type of shit I fuck with. Like I don't want to like plan my videos to fit like a set storyline and all that. Like that shit just hurts my head. Like I was like spending like 20 to 30 hours editing like a lot of like videos.
Oh my
like,
god.
Yeah, there was like I did like a mini doc on Baby Scumbag, Steve Hernandez. That video, I did a video about like how I turned my dreams to reality. It starts from like my childhood to now. That video took like 30 hours to edit. And like a lot of these ones where there's a lot of like background music and transitions and sound effects, and like they take they're time consuming. And I found out that like knowing your audience is more important than like trying to produce like a perfect video, you know. Knowing your audience is going to win always, because I already have this built up audience that fuck with me for the videos I've been posting. Like all I got to do is just, I've been thinking too much about quality by trying to like make every video like fucking better than the next, when like quantity is still important. I feel like the videos just got to be like good enough. Like it's just got to be me being myself, and like I'm not gonna post like a 15-minute raw video of me rolling around the skate park, you know?
Mm.
Like I'm gonna still chop it up the way I like my editing style, but it doesn't have to be all fucking high produced, you know, with the best music and fades in at the right time. And like that's just, I feel like that's not me. Now that I've been making those videos, I'm like, because I always think long term. I'm like, I wouldn't want to do that for the next 5 years. Like I'd rather just pull out my phone or camera and just film my regular life, like how the fuck I actually be living, you know, like, instead of planning it.
Yeah,
it's just way more natural and relatable, I feel.
Dude, 30 hours on a video, fuck that, dude.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, it's like quality over quantity always, but not when it's like holding you back from doing other shit. Like I don't want to fucking spend a week on one video when I could spend 2 days, you know, go out, film, edit, and then work on, you know, stream, and then do other shit, you know. Like I want to have all these like different areas in my life that I'm like working on, instead of just like every fucking hour of like the every hour I'm awake for a week spent working on one thing, like just one video just to try to make it perfect, is like so fucking stressful. But like shout out to people who do that shit good. Like,
yeah, I mean that's how you get ahead, you know, putting in that work. And dude, that's what we did here, man. Just to get the brand going, we put in that fucking work. But you know, fast forward, I'm like, you know what, bro, I'm gonna do what makes me happy. Because like we're the ball's rolling, we're at this point already, people fuck with what we do, so I'm just gonna focus on doing that, and then realize that, you know, time is the only thing that we do have. And when we're doing a podcast, I can do a 1 camera and I could do a 3 camera, and probably the viewer isn't gonna care.
Yeah,
but it's like, bro, I'm spending at least 4 or 5 hours doing a 3 camera for people that really don't even care. I'm like, no, dude, now the episodes take me like an hour to edit, and you're talking edit, upload, get the thumbnail, everything, versus like 5-6 hours. Now you got to figure out what's the important part, you know?
Yeah. Like people, for a podcast especially, people are gonna care more about the conversation,
For sure.
the guests you're having, you know, like more than how many camera angles you got, or like how many times you zoomed into someone's face, or like, you know, all that. Like I tried a podcast for like a year.
Oh, really?
Only put out 20 episodes, but bro, that's a fucking grind. And mine were okay. There wasn't a lot of editing. It'd probably take, like, I just sit through the episode watching it, like put something on screen, you know, if we were talking about something specific, you know, maybe cut something out if we were just like sitting there not knowing what the fuck to talk about. So not much editing. But then I'd make a separate version for Instagram, like a snippet to get them, you know, to want to go watch it. And bro, that shit would take like another like hour and a half. Like I'd have to sit through it again, find the best parts, split them together, zoom in, all this stuff. And then I'd have to take a thumbnail. And my thumbnails were like, I would film from like really far, so I couldn't get like a screenshot of our actual faces during it. So we'd have to take a thumbnail after. And it's just like, it was just, it's a process. And we weren't like, we were doing it for fun, but like it started becoming more hours throughout my week that I was spending on this, like just kind of working for free almost, because like we weren't really making money on it, you know, we were just doing it for fun. But yeah, podcasting was always something I wanted to try out, and I did it. And like I'm happy with like that 1 year that I like tried it out for. Like I'll go on other people's podcasts, like I'm happy you have me here today.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But like I don't see myself like hosting my own podcast like in the future anymore.
Gotcha.
Like, I already tested it out, you know, I dabbled in it, like I'm always down to like try new things. So like, but the streaming shit, like I can see myself doing this shit.
Hell yeah. So what made you want to get into Twitch streaming?
I say for the last like year, I mean over these last few months, Twitch has always been popping, but like I've personally been watching streamers, like not while they're live, but they take like clips from their stream and post them on YouTube afterwards, and I just be watching them like on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, is that your alarm?
No, we're good.
Oh, okay, we'll get you.
Fuck them.
I'd watch, like, I started watching a bunch of Twitch streamers, their clips on YouTube after, and I was like, wait, this seems fucking sick. Like they sit down, they stream for a few hours, they interact with their fucking community. They like, you know, they get money from donations and shit.
Yeah.
But also they clip their stream, put it on YouTube. They're getting ad revenue for essentially a video that they already have filmed because they already did the work, you know? And I'm like, it just seems like a cool process. Like, I just like staying productive. And if this is something that is going to help my brand because I feel like I feel like I could be entertaining live, you know, like I had fun last night. Like, if I could just sit there, be myself, watch shit, talk to the chat, like, why the fuck not? It seems
Yeah,
so
for
sick,
sure.
you know, like I want to be talking to my community more. And yeah, so over the last year, I really wanted to try it. Never had a PC. I had a podcast going on, so I just didn't have as much time as I would like. But then after I ended the podcast like a month ago, I ordered a PC and like just been getting everything together, and I just fucking jumped in head first. I was like, I'm doing this shit.
So last night was your first episode.
First one ever.
Got you. Yeah, that is so sick, dude. Just to be able to like chat with like-minded people
Yeah.
and people that are just interested in whatever your opinion on things or what have you, and then just to, I'm sure it makes them feel good as well when you like notice them or answer a question that they have or
Yeah.
something, and it just makes like a really strong community. That's so cool. And then you can use, like you said, you can use that footage and put it on your channel. Is that something that you're gonna do? Is put it on your main channel, or are you gonna have another like Twitch?
Nah, I have 3 channels. So I have the main one that you mentioned earlier with like 230,000, and then I have a second channel that I made last year for reaction style videos, like chill vlog, anything that's not skating. I was putting on that channel for a while. Like, no, there was like zero skating on that channel. This was just everything else. I was really trying to separate like my skate videos from the rest of me. And then I went through a phase where I was like, no, I want this on my main channel because this is me and I want all of my life in here.
Mm.
But like, yeah, I'm gonna put them on that second channel because I used to do a lot of reactions there. So since I'm gonna be reacting to shit on stream, I can just make a thumbnail and put it on that channel, and it kind of fits with like the niche or the genre that I was making, like those style videos I was making
Gotcha.
before. So
Do you feel like you're more of a content creator than you are a skater?
yeah, that's what like I really was trying to like stress to people, or like I was really trying to like prove that to people for like ever since like 2020 to like to now. I was really trying to like, because people just want to see me go out and skate, but I was trying to like prove to people that like, no, I want to be a content creator. Like I watch all these YouTubers, I want these skills that they have of like, you know, like hooking the audience and these like commentating over a video and like, you know, just like all these little skills that I like, you know. I want to figure out how to light a fucking like a set. I want to figure out all these things, and that's what I was really trying to do these last couple of years. Like I still watch like Skillshare courses, you know what those are?
Mm-mm.
Where you like it's like an app where you can go on and like me and you could upload like a how-to video, like how to start a podcast.
Gotcha.
And I would go on there like how to make my B-roll more cinematic, you know, how to make my slow-mo smoother, how to do this, how to add this. Like I would just like always be like studying like how to make my videos better, because from a content creator standpoint, I want to progress and get better editing, filming, just content creation. So I've always been so focused on the content creation, and I still am. That's why I'll never post like a raw video of me just at the skate park. There's still gonna be like me cracking jokes, or like maybe I prank my friend in the car or something, you know. Like it's still always gonna be like me adding my sense of humor. But I'd say it's like both, like 50-50, half skater, half content creator. But I don't want my content to only be raw skating.
Gotcha.
I guess that's the best way to explain it.
How often do you skate a week?
When I was working on those fucking videos that were like taking me a long time to edit, and I was like separating the fucking skating with like my I was only skating like this whole year. I was only skating like once a week, which like kind of like brought me back to like what I was talking about, like McDonald's, how I was only skating once a week.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, like I'm not skating as much. And I found myself like, okay, I'm doing what I love, but I'm not making time for the skating. So then like I also went through this phase where I was like, okay, I think I'm not skating as much because it feels like an obligation, because skating is technically my job with YouTube. So then like months back, I made like this video explaining like my thought process. I was like, okay, I think that like I feel this pressure to do new tricks every video so it doesn't get boring, to go film a skate video so it's not like I'm picking up the board naturally. I'm doing it because I have to go film a video. So there was all these thoughts, which like I still believe are like pretty true to an extent, but I don't think that's why I like slowed down on skating. I think I was just like more focused on the content creation. But to answer your question, like now I've been skating like 3-4 times a week.
Gotcha.
Around there. Like 3 times a week, yeah. It's been feeling good. Like I've been feeling good on my board. So.
Do you ever have any ambition to do any sort of content, like make like a short film or something like that?
No, that's the one thing that like I respect, and I really like watching like things like that, like short films that are like really cinematic and stuff. But like that's just not my style. Like I just want the thing with that. I just always want to like add good B-roll into my videos. Like when I like a few years ago, I just pictured my videos now being like more of like not short film, but like transitions in between the videos where I'm driving to LA to go skate and it's like cool B-roll
For sure.
and then I like yeah, just like that. Like I've always wanted good B-roll, but I've never wanted to make like short films. I don't think I'm like a filmmaker.
Got you. I think that's like more of the field that I would want to be in.
Yeah.
Bro, I love making content, dude.
Yeah.
And like anytime that I have some free time, if you were to ask me like, yo, if you don't have to worry about like business and stuff, what would you do? Definitely create content, dude.
Yeah.
And like we're at with the point with the podcast, like I've had people say like, yo, bro, this channel needs like so many more people. Like this is such good content. But in my head, like the payment for it is these conversations, and if people don't hear it, like, dude, that's on them.
Yeah.
And and that's the way that I've always wanted to approach it, because I know if we wanted to make this podcast grow and become something huge, it's going to have to get to the point where it's not fun anymore, and that's kind of one thing that I don't want to do is make this not fun, because that's kind of what happened with the car part, the car side of things. Is like, I started this brand and it's cool because I'm going out to these meets and building cars and stuff like that, and then you just start to get burned out of it, and it's just like, damn, dude, I don't want to get burnt out of something that I really love to do. And great, I'm grateful that we have like the supporters that we do with the brand, so it just keeps the ball rolling, but it just gives me time to do things like this where, dude, if I don't make $1 from this, like, we don't even have any sponsors. And we did have sponsors, and then I just went with no sponsors because I'm just like, I don't feel like I'm being consistent enough to be able to charge to be a sponsor. You know what I mean? So I just want to just put as much like podcasts out there, just to have these convos, bro, because it's dope to talk to somebody like you that's much younger than I am, and to see the space that they're in, and just to like pick your brain, dude. And that's my monetization for the podcast.
That's a cool mindset. I fuck with it.
And yeah, I get what you mean about content creating, and like, dude, how you just want to do that so much, bro. But like everyday life can definitely just get in the way of it. And then your supporters have a certain idea of you, and they're just like, yo, you're a YouTube skater. It's like, no, that's like part of what I do. So do you feel like this is the new this is the new way that you're going now, is like, I'm gonna do what makes me happy?
100%. And like all my videos have made me happy, like the ones I was talking about earlier this year, even no matter how long they took to edit, or if I wasn't having time to skate outside of filming. Like every video I put out, like I only would put out if I'm hyped on. So like the finished product, even if I was like fucking miserable editing for 30 hours, like the final product was always like a reward. So I was like, I was still happy doing that, but I was like, I could be happier. Like I've always just been searching for like, all right, what do I want to do long term, where like I could wake up, do this all the time, and like not get burnt out. Because with me, like when I was younger, bro, I used to skate, I used to play basketball, used to play football, used to play baseball. Like I used to do all these things, and it would kind of like rotate, because I'd get bored of one, pick up the other. That's probably why I have multiple channels too, because if I get burnt out on one, I go to the other. I feel like that's healthy for me. It makes sense in my head. But yeah, so like I just didn't want to get burnt out on skating, because like you said, getting burnt out on something you love, it just fucking sucks. And I had quit skating when I was younger, for like I said, I would be on and off for like months, and I didn't want to quit YouTube. Because like I've quit YouTube before, like for those 7 months I worked at McDonald's. Fucking, I don't regret it, because it opened my mind a lot. But like, I don't want to get to that point. Even if like, bro, like I could be making fucking hella money. Like I'm not rich, but like I could be making hella money and still get burnt out at the end of the day, you know? Because it's like I care more about my happiness, and than fucking money. So I yeah, I think like I said, I started to feel like I was getting burnt out on the skating because of the obligation, which was like a factor. So now with my videos, you know, I'm going back to my roots. It's on a different channel now. It's not even on the 230,000. I started a different channel just to like clear my mind and get a fresh reset. And like you said, how like my supporters like cater over to like anything I do and show their support. Like, bro, it's already getting like crazy numbers for the amount of subscribers. It's like 16,000 subscribers, but I'm getting like 35, 40,000 views a video. It's like insane, which like I know numbers aren't everything, but like it's hard to not recognize that, you know, like that's crazy support. So, but basically as far as like the content, just literally going back to like what I was doing sort of when I was working at Active, like just going out filming with friends. But instead of trying to like make every video better than the next one and always improve my content, like I'm just sticking with like the chill skate vlogs. And even like I used to stress about doing new tricks every video. You know, if I do a backside flip in my last video, I'm not going to do a backside flip for a few videos, you know. If I do a hard flip, I did one yesterday. What else could I do that in the set? Varial flip, I don't have those, but I'll do it, I guess, if it makes the video different. You know, like little shit like that. It's like, you know, you want to hard flip this set, just fucking do it. Like, you don't want to varial flip it just because you haven't done one in a while, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I was too picky and precise with, like, how I was structuring my videos. So it's like now, like, I don't give a fuck if I do a late shove 3 videos in a row. Like, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do, you know? It's like, if you don't want to watch, like, my bad. Like, I'm going to go to the skate park and do whatever the fuck I want. I'm going to film it however the fuck I want and just edit it. Like, these videos are so quick to edit too, bro. Like, these are like, compared to 20 to 30 hours, these are like, I sit down and it's like 3 hours to edit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can see myself putting these out 2 times a week. I have been like 1 to 2 a week, while also doing, now I'm going to be doing streams and other shit. So it's like, yeah, this new direction is like probably what I should have done, like, from the beginning. But, you know, it's like you live and you learn. Like, it's all making sense right now, though. It's like something clicked, and I'm like, this is what I need to do.
Well, you wouldn't have known that unless you got to that place.
Exactly.
You know? So it's literally about the journey, bro.
Yeah.
And what you're realizing now is what some people never realize. I've talked to so many people on this podcast that have huge channels, dude, and then you talk to them behind the scenes, and they're fucking stressing, bro. And you look at their life from the outside looking in, you're like, dude, you got a huge channel, you got a huge following, you got brand deals and shit. But then you see it from the reality. It's like, yo, they don't have time for themselves or to do what actually makes them happy. They do what makes them money. And you get to that point in life where it's like, yo, money isn't happiness, dude. No matter what anybody says, bro. It's like, it's definitely not. What makes you happy is being fulfilled.
Yeah.
And if this new road that you're going down is fulfilling to you, like, that's where you need to go. Whatever makes you feel fulfilled and happy, that's the direction you need to go.
And like a factor that people don't really take into consideration when, you know, they're just watching someone through a screen is like, there's not only so many different directions you could go with type of content, but there's so many different type of content creators in terms of the business. Like, there's people who just have a 1-person team, you know, it's just me and my camera. Or there's people that have dozens of employees running production, getting the brands, managers, like, doing this. And it's like, those are employees, like, that's overhead for you, you know? You got to pay all these people. Like, you have to make a certain amount to pay these people, or else your business, blah, 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 you know? So it's like, even, like, I just started, like I said, I had that mindset of always trying to up myself and make the videos better. Eventually, like, with that mindset, you're gonna have to, you know, hire a bunch of people and you keep scaling up. You know, have you heard of Mr. Beast?
Yeah,
bro, that dude has like 100 fucking employees.
Yeah,
like, because he has that mindset of really scaling up. But another thing I've realized is that I don't want to keep scaling up my, like, business, like my team business, you know? I'd rather just have the one-on-one connection with the audience, going out, filming.
For sure.
Some friends involved in shit, you know? But, like, not, like, paying employees type shit. Like, it's always cool when I could pay, like, a friend to film and me and shit. Like, But I don't see myself in the future like having like a big team working on these YouTube videos, because I fell in love with YouTube for like the one-on-one, like, oh, this is just a person and a camera.
Got you.
That relatability is just like they're just talking almost to me, you know,
Yeah,
through the
for
lens.
sure.
But it's like when there's a big team involved and it starts feeling like a TV show, like I I don't want to get to that point. Like I, even if it makes more money and like the business fucking like, I've really found like why I love this shit. Like
Yeah.
over these last few months.
And then you mentioned Mr. Beast. I listened to his podcast on Rogan.
Yeah.
And it really seemed like he was in the same mindset now that he was when he was younger. No friends, really, no people, like no social life,
Yeah.
just focused on the videos. And no matter how big he is now and everything, it seems like he's still at that spot, like kind of obligated to keep it growing. Because yeah, when you have that many people depending on you, you have to come out with some videos, and it has to be popping.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's hard, man. Like, it's hard to get away from like that allure of what a big channel would bring, what endorsements would bring, what a brand deals would bring. But at the end of the day, damn, you still might not be happy. No matter what, with all of that stuff, you might be less happy than you were when you first started.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking shame, because you don't think that. Like, nobody thinks that. But yeah, I know car guys that have channels like your size, and every once in a while I'll see them post a video of them being burnt out and shit. And dude, I fucking get it, bro. I get it. It's a lot of work.
And like Mr. Beast, like you could tell he's happy. Like he loves waking up every day. Like the second he wakes up, grinding a fucking video, what's the next thing, you know, like that is his life. But like, I don't think everybody would be happy. Obviously, I know for a fact not everybody would be happy in this position.
Yeah.
Like having that many employees, like running that many YouTube channels, waking up every day just YouTube. Like some people find their fun, you know, going out to like bars and shit. You know,
Yeah.
like Mr. Beast has his fun by waking up and just strategizing the next YouTube move. You know, like it's not for everybody. I personally, even though I'm obsessed with YouTube, I wouldn't be able to be in Mr. Beast's position.
Yeah.
Because I still like my free time of like, you know, hanging out with my girlfriend, going to fucking the mall or like the beach or some shit, you know, like just kicking it, literally just chill, you know, like like you said, money isn't everything. My like wealth to me is like being able to do whatever the fuck I want.
Hell
like,
yeah.
If I wake up today, but I had like a video planned, but I'm not in the right headspace, I just want to chill, then just fucking do it tomorrow. Like I'm gonna go chill with some friends, you know, like just that, being able to have that freedom, like that's what McDonald's really taught me, was like I have to fucking be here every day at McDonald's, like working, like this is like my time. I'm selling my time for like some dollars, you know, like to somebody else. I'm working for somebody else. Like that shit, like I know I was only fucking like 18, but like that should open my mind for like the rest of my life. I was like, the norm is to get a job and work for somebody, you know,
For sure.
like, fucking retire when you're like 50, 60.
And
But,
then
like,
what?
yeah, but like I just want to enjoy my time as much as I can now. If this YouTube stuff only lasts a few more years, then find something else I really enjoy, and like maybe even if I just get a part-time job that just barely pays the bills, but I still have free time to, you know, do what I love. Like that's just everything. Free time. I have so many friends that like are like they're just always working, you know. It's like, damn, like it fucking sucks.
For sure. They just get caught in that grind. And like the hard thing about it is probably majority of people in their lives live that same way.
Yeah.
So it's hard to break out of that, you know. I can relate to what you're saying with McDonald's, because I worked at some place. It's so funny, dude. It's literally 2 streets over.
Oh yeah.
And when I graduated high school a few years later, I worked right there, and it was it's called GW Surfaces, and it's like countertops. And bro, I would get in there at like 7 a.m, put my fucking headphones on, sanding all day.
Damn.
And then have to take a break, have to take a lunch, and get home. And then I get out at like 3:30 or something. and you have the rest of the day, but you really don't, because you have to go to sleep early. You're fucking burnt out from working. You got to go home and shower and shit like that. And I'm like, bro, fuck this, dude.
Do you ever like gripping a skateboard and it like brings you back to like sanding or something? Like, does it ever like bring that fucking like? That
No, I
back?
actually enjoyed it, bro, because I like to take nothing and make it something.
Yeah.
That's probably one thing that's always stuck with me, like creating. That's probably why I love creating content, because I just like to create things, you know. But it just showed me that I'm not built for the workforce. And even when I started the brand, I was working at Best Buy, and then I started the brand like as a side hustle. And then sooner or later, the side hustle was bringing in more than than my job was, but my job was taking way more of my time.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, 1 + 1 is 2. Like, fuck that. And I quit, you know. And then people are just like, "Are you sure? What if that doesn't work?" I'm like, "Well, then I'll fucking do something else." What, you know? And those people are like still working at Best Buy, dude.
Yeah, and some people are like they're content with and like they're happy with working a regular job. You know, they like that schedule, their routine of waking up, do the same thing every day. Like, I'm not like hating on that. I'm not like, oh, everybody needs to work for themselves and not work for like somebody. Like my mom said, she said she likes sticking to her own schedule like every day. Like, that's cool. Like, if something, it's gonna be different for everybody. Like, whatever makes you happy, you know.
For sure, everybody has a different expectation of what they want their life to be.
Yeah,
you know, and doing this shit and having like a different life than most, it takes a lot of work, and it's really stressful, dude. And sometimes you can't complain to anybody, because the person that you're gonna want to tell, like your friend or something, like, damn, bro, I'm fucking burnt out. In their head, they're like, fool, you have all these followers on Instagram and YouTube and shit. Don't be complaining to me. But it's like, no, you don't understand, bro. When you're off the clock, you're off. I'm never.
Yeah, it's 24/7.
I'm never off,
like,
dude.
There's never that disconnect where you clock out of like a regular job and like you're not thinking about work anymore, unless like, you know, some shit happened at work. But you're just like, you know, you're going home. You're in a different state of mind. But when you do some other type shit like this, it's like you're thinking about it in your sleep. The fucking right when you wake up, you're working. Like, there's times I feel bad. I'm out with my girlfriend and I'm like fucking checking my comments, or like I'm thinking of, like, I'm just zoned out thinking of shit. And it's like always. Sometimes like I don't always get in like those burnout like sad moments, but like most of the time it's just like I'm always like happy. Like, I'm always like a positive person.
That's good.
But
dude,
when I do get in those like down times, I'm like it hits hard.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. But
for sure. So speaking of your girlfriend, like, has this lifestyle been hard to keep like a significant other around?
Nah, she lives across the street from me. she lives right across the street from me, so she just be coming over like every day. But it definitely gets like tricky, because I know in my last relationship, like, there was like my ex-girlfriend didn't really like, she like kind of understood, but it was more like when I would go out and skate and like film, it wasn't like, oh, you're clocked in. It's just like, oh, you're out with your friends
having
you know?
fun.
Yeah. But it's like I'm like in this long-term like grind where I'm like, no, like, this is for the bigger picture. Like,
for sure,
just wait a year, just wait this, like, and so, you know, if I had to go out and do something, it's like I'm sure in a girl's head it's like, oh, he's just like out doing this, but like she didn't understand that it was like I'm out working, whereas like, you know, like she would want me to just like drop things and just like be at her arms to like go do something. It's like, nah, I gotta do this. I know I make my own like schedule and shit, but like, this is something I have to get done today because tomorrow this. But my girlfriend right now is like super understanding of everything. Like, there's never a time where she's like, you know, like complaining about me having to go do something. Like, she gets it. Even if she's over and I'm like next to her editing, like we're just not even speaking. Like, she gets all that. Like, it's
just
cool.
have the company around.
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah, it's dope to find somebody like that. Like, I'm lucky that I found my wife, dude, and she just respects what I do and understands that it takes that kind of grind. But I've had relationships before where I'm just like literally in the middle of doing a motor swap that I've been working on for months, and she's blowing me up asking if we're going to go to the club tonight. And I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? What are you talking about, you know? And it's irritating because it's like, that's so petty to me, you know? And with my growth, I lost so many friends that I had in the past because their mentality wasn't there, you know, and it was just, you know, time became the most important thing that I have. And the way that I think about it now is like, if I'm going to spend time with somebody, this is time that I can be spending working on our new website, working on developing a new product, making a video, or fucking being home with my family, dude.
Yeah, and that's not always just about like, it's not like just about spending your time like getting money. Like it's not always just about money.
Sure.
It's just like maintaining, you know, the brand and like the moment, like keeping the ball rolling, you know, the momentum, and just like
just not talking about bullshit, bro. You know, I would hang out with people and I'll just be like zoning out, like, yo, what the fuck are we really talking about? Have you noticed that something like that happening to you, where your lifestyle started to get more busy, and then you would hang out with like older friends, and then you just notice like, yo, we're not on the same page anymore?
Yeah, I mean, most of my friends from Fillmore, that have been my friends from like since like middle school, you know, like we've always just been like kind of on different shit, because like they all, you know, like drink and smoke, and I've always been sober. I mean, now I'll get high every once in a while, you know, eat some food or some shit, but like I'm very much like, I like to be in this state of mind. So like, you know, when I do hang out with them, you know, it's always like they're like drinking, doing that, and then like I'm just like, I'm not like, I'm obsessed with YouTube, but it's not like all I talk about. Like I'll still talk about like other shit with them, you know. Like it's always good vibes. I'm never like, like I shouldn't be here. Like it's never like that. Like it's like, it's good vibes because like we go way back, but like it's clear that like the interest to like drink and, you know, like party and shit is just like not there with me. But like it's never to the point where I'm like, oh, I should leave or some shit, you know.
Yeah. I started to look at it like, if you make, when you had a job or whatever, you made X amount an hour. Like if you kick it with people, it has to be worth that much that you would get paid hourly, you know, because then if not, it's like, damn, I just spent $60 of my time to kick it with these people and just hear them complain about shit that's totally their fault. You know, and
I guess that makes sense. I never really thought about it like that. Like I don't think of it like that when I'm out with them, but like kind of
you are a lot younger too, bro, and which is a good thing, man. You're the mind space that you have is awesome for your age right now, and any advice I would give to you is just be happy, bro. Like you're gonna have to work for the rest of your life doing something. Your responsibilities are gonna come, but if they're not here right now, dude, fucking just enjoy this shit, dude.
Yeah.
Make as many memories that you can, make as many mistakes as you can right now, and fucking just document as much as possible, dude, because you don't want to fast forward to like in your 30s and you look back and you're like, damn, bro, I should have
done this, could have done that.
I could have went to that fucking asylum, but I didn't.
I should have took that trip to New York. Yeah, like
whatever, dude.
I fucking love traveling too.
Yeah, where's some places that you've been that you really dig?
New York, Miami, Arizona. Honestly, for me, it's like not even about the location. It's about like who you're with. So,
yeah.
Like, if I'm with a good little group of friends, or like with my girl, like it's always good vibes. So like I've been to Miami with like a big group of friends, and they all did like YouTube videos, and most of them skated. So it's like that was like a good trip. I went to fucking Hawaii with two of my homies.
What island did you go to?
Oahu.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. I thought I was fucking
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, I got these little knuckle tats in Hawaii.
What does it say?
Late Club.
Oh shit, bro, that's something that I wanted to talk about too, dude.
Yeah.
I saw your clothing brand. That fucking logo's so cool, dude. Like,
thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
So what's going on with that?
Honestly, I just promote it as YouTube merch because I feel like that like has a lower expectation. Like when you think of YouTube merch, it's just like, oh, like a Hanes t-shirt with a little logo. So like I don't want to like label it as like a brand, or I do sometimes, but like I just want to like have that expectation low, but then they get the product and it's still like sick, and then they're like, oh, this is actually like quality shit, you know. But it's not like up there at my top priority. I just like I make time for it when I can, because I get the clothes myself. I take them to get printed down in Anaheim, bring them back to Fillmore. I ship them out myself. I do customer service email, all that shit. So it's like I do it every once in a while, but it's fun. Like I enjoy like packaging sweaters and like shipping them out to my subscribers. You know, it's tight. But I'm no fucking like graphic designer or anything. So most of my like logos are pretty like basic and like text based. But like I'm pretty simple, you know. So I feel like that fits me.
Yeah.
Like I rock like if I do have like a logo, it's just like a little embroidery or like a little patch or some shit, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like my brand like the merch like fits me. So I fuck with it.
So you were talking earlier about like that you wouldn't want to have like a big team and stuff. Did you ever think about maybe just adding like a filmer that was just there all the time so you didn't have to do that?
Yeah, that's I tried that recently this year too. With my friend from Oxnard. He was just working a part-time job, and like I said, like it's always cool to pay a friend. And then I found out that like yeah, I can be entertaining. Like I think I'm kind of funny and shit, but like having a camera on you all the time is not for everybody. Like I feel so awkward when like he's holding the camera, this fucking big ass DSLR, and I'm just like driving, and I'm like he has the camera on, and I'm like, okay, do I make a joke? What do I talk about? You know, it's like
Oh.
I like just pulling the camera out at the right time, like when something's building up. Because I always pictured like a few years ago, like I've always watched like Danny Duncan. He's like he used to skate, or he skates a little bit, but he's like he wears a microphone. He has someone following him around like on his film days, like for the entire day, and it's just like filming whatever fucking happens. You know, he's just living his life, but he has a camera on all the time. And I always picture like, oh, that'd be sick because some of the best shit happens like unexpected.
Yeah.
You like have to be filming for it to happen. But now that I like tried it for a few videos of like nonstop like camera rolling, it's like it feels forced for me
Got
personally.
you.
Like I feel like I have to like make a joke. I have to
Like you got to
say
be
this.
on all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Where
Yeah.
it's like yeah, like that's me, but like it just feels like I'm doing it for the camera when it's on 24/7. So
I
it's
feel
weird.
you. Yeah.
But like respect to people who do like produce their videos like that because it's a grind.
Yeah, there was a excuse me. There was a time that that I wanted to start doing vlogging, and that's actually why we hired Gabe down there because he's really good with the camera. He has great equipment, and yeah, we came out with some vlogs, but like just life just gets in the way, dude, and then that ends up becoming the like not as important as regular day life is. You know, I think Gabe was telling me a story about you, dude, that when you were younger, that he saw you at a skate park or something, and he gave you like a pair of shoes.
Oh,
like
really?
some Janowskis or something.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Wait, was Gabe down there?
Yeah.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy,
he
huh?
left a comment on one of my videos like maybe like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was at Pyru.
Small world, dude. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't remember how like your name. Oh, I think it was because you came in the shop.
Oh, okay.
That's why your name came up, and then he was telling me that. I'm like, oh, that's crazy, dude. That's a small world.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's always been like something that I wanted to do. But it's just the time into it, dude. So what do you see like the next 5 years of your life being like? Like, what are some goals that you want to accomplish?
I want to grow my Twitch for sure, cause like just sitting there like being myself, reacting to shit, I feel like that'll like satisfy the creative side of my brain that wants to do stuff outside of skating, you know? Because that's what I've always wanted my videos to be like. Oh, I want it to be like all of me. I want like to branch out of skating, this and that. Like I just want to like, I feel like I could see myself reacting to stuff on Twitch, just like, you know, like yesterday I reacted to a Mr. Beast warehouse tour. It was like a $14 million fucking studio.
Oh shit!
And that shit interests me because I would watch that in my own time. So if I could watch that on a stream and like give my thoughts and make jokes and shit, like that's tight. Clip it, put it on YouTube, grow my Twitch. Like I could get people on my Twitch that don't skate, and that'll like satisfy like the creative side of my brain. And then these skate vlogs are just like the ones that are like going back to my roots, like just whatever happens. Like they're way less stressful. So like I can see myself doing that for a while, for as long as like people want to watch. You know, like I'm done like thinking about like, oh, the YouTubers I used to watch that like no longer get views because they milked the fucking all these half-ass videos and people got bored and blah blah blah. Like I'm gonna just like, obviously no one's gonna watch my fucking videos for the next 50 years, you know, like like you were saying, like think of like the now, like I need to just be in the moment. So like honestly I see the next few years just being like these videos, these like skate vlogs, and then Twitch, you know, hopefully still selling like clothes and shit, and just Yeah, just like learning, like growing as like a person, like as far as like the content, that's pretty much it. I see, I don't see like a podcast,
Mm-hmm.
down to hop on other people's podcasts and shit. But as far as the content, like that's my whole goal for the next like at least 2 years, 5 years. I don't. That's kind of like out of my reach. Like a
Same.
lot could fucking happen in 5 years.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I wouldn't have imagined like being right here 5 years ago. Like I always wanted to, but that's a long time. It'll go by quick though, but
I'm usually on like next week.
yeah.
What's gonna happen next week?
Pretty much.
Because the
less stressful though. Like
for sure, bro. I mean, yeah, it's cool to have plans and things that you want to do and goals and shit like that. But what life's taught me lately is like it's very uncertain, and I think I just want to spend time with the people that I love and doing things that I love, and then to see where you end up. But definitely. I think the main goal is just never having to work for anybody ever again in my life, dude.
That'd be tight.
That's the goal, man. What about like a skate brand? You don't think that would be something you would dabble in?
I would never make like a board company. I mean, shit, I guess only time could tell. But like, I would make boards, maybe like some late.club boards. That'd be sick. Like just I feel like that fits my brand. But like, I also like. I wouldn't be able to make skateboards like long term because I fucking break skateboards so easily.
Oh, really?
Like I snap boards a lot. Like I'm like 180 pounds, 6'1". But like the people that watch my videos, they know like every couple videos at least, like I'm breaking a board. Or I got a new board. I used to make these recap edits of like the past, like all my skate clips in the past like 4 months or something. And I remember like there was some that would be a different board every video because I was just always breaking them. So I feel like it'd just be bad promo if I made my own board brand and then I'm just like snapping them.
Nah.
But like I would make skateboards like maybe like a limited time thing.
For sure. So since you're going through so many boards, you get flowed decks?
Yeah, from PAL and then that skate shop that was like about Anaheim. The
got you. Sick, bro. Right now, who are some of your biggest influences like in content creating?
I say Danny Duncan, not necessarily for like the content itself. Well, yeah, like I've kind of like dabbled in that style a little, but him as a person, like he's kind of just like stayed the same since he started to now. Now he's very successful. He's kept the same sense of humor. He doesn't like switch up. Money changes a lot of people, but like I look up to people like that just like are not very super materialistic. They don't need like designer shit and like to try to like put on a front that they're like on Instagram that they're living like a different life, like I look up to him as like a person and financially, like he's smart as fuck with his money. And more in content, I look up to like honestly some of my homies, like shout out Ashton, he be grinding, he's another YouTube skater from Las Vegas. A bunch of streamers, there's a lot of fucking streamers that inspire me right now, like fucking Aiden Ross, Kai Cenat, like all the like a bunch of dudes on Twitch that are just like grinding like sometimes like 24-hour streams and like getting these like big like all these like smart moves and shit. And it's just like, bro, fucking Mr. Beast is a huge inspiration. Not because I want to do his style of content and shit, but just his grind, bro.
For sure.
Like, all those dudes, for sure. Yeah.
You ever fuck with like the Paul brothers?
Like Logan Paul and Jake Paul?
Yeah. No,
but I used to watch like their vlogs like just out of curiosity, like back in the day, like when they did like really like kid vlogs. But they're like super like smart entrepreneurs for sure. So like you gotta like respect them for that. But I don't really tap. Oh, I listen to Logan Paul's podcast.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
But like a lot of them. I like almost forgot. Yeah, I listened to like a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I love Mike, bro.
Yeah,
well, I love Logan, but Mike's so fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
And he has such a crazy story too.
Dude, hell yeah.
He recently came out with a book within like the last year. I read the book, dude.
You did read it?
Yeah, and it gave me such a different perspective on him. Like
I'll
he was
check it
always
out.
such a cool dude, but like, dude, the life that he lived, like literally a fucking drug addict, addicted to like pills and heroin
Just did
and
a
shit
full
like that.
180.
Yeah, dude, and just the opportunity popped up when he got contacted by Logan because he was working at, it was like a beanbag place. I forget the name of it, and Logan hit them up because he wanted to like get sponsored one or what have you and put in the video, and that's how they linked up. And then just seeing like where he's at now, bro. Oh my god, dude. Like there was a video not long ago where he was showing his house to his mom.
Yeah.
And this is the mom that he like stole from, the mom that he did drugs in front of and shit like that.
Yeah.
And just seeing the mom like tearing up for the life that he's created. You know, it's sick. I love that podcast, dude.
Yeah.
Are you into podcasts?
Yeah, I listen to like creator podcasts. You know, I don't really like. I'll listen to podcasts on like YouTubers and shit. You know, so like, there's these dudes Colin and Samir that talk about like the YouTube content creator economy. That's what they call it. But then you know like Logan's podcast. David Dobrik is a YouTuber. I used to watch his. He doesn't really post them anymore. But like people like that, I'll just like tune in every once in a while, and like I like hearing like inside YouTubers' brains.
Yeah,
like it's relatable
for sure, dude. So like your deck setup right now, what is it that you ride, like sizes and stuff?
I ride a 825 board with Thunder trucks. I got some Bones wheels on there, some like basic Reds bearings, Shorties 1-inch hardware, Tomo grip.
Shorties, dude.
Yeah, this is like the basic like Phillips 1-inch hardware.
Yeah. Dude, Shorties is the shit, bro. Back in the day, that was such a dope brand, dude.
Yeah, it's been around for a minute.
Even still to this day, like we have some Shorties boards downstairs.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
When we got back into skating, dude, I'm like, yeah, I definitely gotta fuck with Shorties, bro. But hell yeah, dude. Brian, it was so good to have you on the pod, man.
Thank you, bro.
I really appreciate your time, dude.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And I appreciate your grind, man.
Thank you, bro.
I love what you do, and it's sick, bro, just to see someone like your age just making it, dude. And for you being local, man, I had to sit down and talk to you, bro. So I really appreciate you being on.
Hell yeah, it's been an honor, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Shout out Downstar.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you. So before getting out of here, there's probably a lot of car guys listening right now that haven't heard of you. So where would be the best place where they can find you at and check out your content?
Bryan Arnett on pretty much everything. Got a new channel for the skate vlogs called Boring Arnett, just to set that low expectation. Like I was talking about earlier. I'm really like big on like setting an expectation low, but delivering high.
Yeah.
So Boring Arnett for the little YouTube videos, twitch.tv/Bryan Arnett, Instagram Bryan.Arnett.
Hell yeah.
Thank
all right,
you, bro.
guys. And we'll definitely have all the info linked below. And 2 hours, bro.
Hell yeah. This is a sick setup,
Thank
by the
you,
way.
brother.
Like, this shit's fire.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it, dude. And like I said, bro, I appreciate your time. And everybody listening right now, 2 hours of your time, that's a lot. You could be doing something else that doesn't matter. But I'm glad you spent the time with us.
You could be doing a motor switch.
Yeah.
Working on for months.
I know. And then you got your girl just in your ear. Break up with her, dude. You don't need that attention around you. All right, guys. Downtime with Downstar, and we out. Peace.